Well, hi, hello, and how is everybody doing today? How on it do? Baby, when I tell you it is a beautiful day to be alive. But how was your day, baby? How was your day? All right, let me tell you what I got going on here, okay? That's my favorite girl, my favorite daughter. She asked me to do her hair, baby. She haven't had a detox in about 5 years. Those are new locks that she got in. When she started them, they were maybe about 4 inches long. I actually started them for her. This is her second set of locks. The first set was when she was 6 to 13, and then she took them out, detangled them and all that good stuff, and wore her natural hair for about 3 years, and then she decided she wanted back her locks. She wanted back her locks, right? So I did it, and I insta-locked her hair, and this is the result of 5 years of growing her hair. And she didn't have a detox for a while. To be honest with you, her first set of locks I detoxed, but this is the first time I'm detoxing. Is that you could see that water was, baby, that water was gray. Okay, that water was but okay, let me not talk about my baby's hair. The water was dirty, okay? Her hair needed to be detoxed. You see, when I locked my hair with my first set of locks that I had, because baby, I'm growing them back. Yes, I am. Don't get it twisted, literally. So when I did my daughter and my son's hair, I never use like, you see, the lock and twist that you see right there, that's the lock and twist I use for their hair. And the one that say Jamaican beeswax, I think. I try not to put too many chemicals on their hair. I try to make them have natural locks, as natural as possible. So our shampoo is shampoo. No conditioner, none of that stuff. And that's what weighs down the locks to me. The conditioner gets all caught up in the locks, and that's, as you can see, the result of all that stuff getting caught up in the locks. That's what came out in that water, because she'll do some other things with her hair sometimes. Besides me retwisting it and washing it for her and styling it for her, but that's years of chemicals built up in her hair, years of that wax and that lock and twist in her hair. But nevertheless, baby, we got it all out on today. Yes, we did. And she wanted me to style it for her and do a retwist, and I'm always here for that. I love doing locks. I love it with a passion. My boy, I gotta work on his hair because he had an undercut, and now he wants a full head of locks like his sister, right? So we're working on growing back his undercut right now, and the sides were cut off. So that's growing back right now. I can't wait to get my fingers up in there to do the new locks, like her baby locks right there. She had an undercut, and I locked them back up for her. When they were long enough, they were probably like 3 inches long. That's when I insta-locked those new baby locks right there. Yeah, I call them baby locks. And but her hair is insta-lock, and as of now, it's lock, baby. It's lock. Okay, ain't no coming out. But like I was saying, I absolutely love doing dreadlocks. I don't even call them dreadlocks. I just call them locks, baby, because ain't nothing dread about them, okay? Ain't nothing dread about them. You just got to take care of them. Don't twist them all day, every day, baby, because the root will get real thin. I tell my kids, don't be trying to, like my son, for instance, like that boy, I really got to talk him into me retwisting his locks for him, because if not, he'll just let it grow out like a fro lock. Okay, that thing will be fro and lock at the tips. So, but my daughter, she likes for hers to look real neat and presentable, for when she go to work, and I'm here for it. I love doing it, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna get back into full time doing locks. I love it, and I can't wait to get back on my lock journey because I'm loving my bald head right now. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. For the simple fact that because of my brain surgery that I had, any kind of tension or any kind of anything on my scalp is still a little sensitive because of all the cuts that I got in my head, So, but I'm working myself past that, I'm healing, I'm getting better. And so I feel now it's time for me to grow back my locks. But anytime I get to put my fingers in her head and her brother's head and anybody else's head that needs a retwister, I'm excited about it. I love doing it, and I don't use no combs, I don't use no brushes, I don't use none of that stuff. Well, why? If it's called a lock, why you gotta comb it, baby? If it's called a lock, why you want to brush it? I see people on TikTok brushing their lock, combing their lock. I'm like, well, what's the purpose? I don't have no combs up in my house. I ain't had no combs in my house. Because I'm bald headed, I had me a little wave brush, but that's what I had, a brush. I ain't had no. Why you need combs if you got locks, honey? No, baby, you don't need them. You don't need no combs. But look, she was too excited about showing me different styles that she wanted me to put her hair in, and at the end of the day, we came up with one. Made it real simple and easy, and as you can see, her scalp is really clean. Each lock is really clean. I mean, after I washed it we detoxed it for about 10-15 minutes, okay, and let the gunk come out. Then I put clean water in, rinsed it. The gunk was still a little bit coming out, so I said, okay, let's go all in. So that's when I washed it with the shampoo and really, really got to the roots and really got to the tips of her hair. After the third wash, I washed it with the shampoo, and water was nice and clear. After that, I could see to the bottom of the water. I'm like, okay, I did that, but the last time I detoxed somebody's hair was my sister Penny. She had came to my apartment and I detoxed her hair, and that was the last person I detoxed. So my daughter, she really, really needed it. She really needed it, and she told me after I was done that she felt like she's a new woman. She felt clean, baby. She was clean, okay? And that was it. That's all she wrote. And then she wanted a style to go with it. And so I gave her what she wanted. I detoxed, washed, retwist, and I styled it. And homegirl was ready to go. It took me about, I want to say, with all the detox, the wash, the retwist, the style, oh man, it took a couple hours. Well, we did take a little break, a little intermission break in the middle, but the total of the detox and the wash and the retwist and the style, it took maybe, I want to say, it took about 2 hours. Yeah, it took about 2 hours, because you don't want to just detox and say, oh, I detoxed it, it's done. You want to make sure you get it clean. And you look at her scalp. I mean, clean. You got to get it clean. If you going, you got to buy your, what is that, baking soda and your apple cider vinegar. That's what we use, right? And a whole heap of water and shampoo and a whole lot of love, baby. You got to give your locks some love. Hydrate them a little bit. And it took a couple hours, but it's all worth it at the end of the day, because you're looking cute. You end up feeling fresh, your hair fresh, you fresh, But like I was saying, it's something that I love to do. I love to do locks, and I don't know, some of the stuff that people be doing to their locks, it just baffles me. I mean, it ain't none of my business, but it baffles me, It baffles me to see people do certain things to their hair, like their locks most of all, because my hair, I had my locks for 12 years, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved my hair, and if I could instantly go back to it without going through the ugly stage, you know, the ugly stage, that first year, oh baby, that first year is a beast. Not even the first year, the first 6 months is a beast. Okay, you're looking like, who did it and why, and how can I get past this quickly? Okay, I remember when I started mine out the first time, they were puffy, Puff the Magic Dragon. But after I had my brain surgery, I had cut my locks off, and then I reattached them. I crocheted them back on, right? I reattached them, and it was just a bit too much for my head, because my locks were like, shoot, I think them things were each like maybe like 20 inches long, each one of them. They were long. They were all the way down, way down my back. So it was a bit heavy for my head, being freshly cut up, sliced up and diced up there, and having all that weight pulling on it, especially when it was time to wash it. It was a lot. Like, even now my daughter be telling me that her hair is heavy, and for her to wash it in the shower, it's a lot. So actually today, for the first time, I washed her hair in the backyard with the hose, and she loved it, because the freedom of her neck not breaking, the freedom of her arms not trying to fall off in the process of washing her hair, so I told her from now on, we just gonna do that then. We just gonna do that. We just gonna take some time and go in the backyard and get the hose. And then the hose got the little spray nozzle on it. You know, that power spray nozzle. And I sprayed her scalp with it, and she loved every minute of it. See, if I had a basin with the spray on it. But the thing is, we love nature. We wanted to be outside anyways. Because we was in the sun. We was getting all wet up with the hose, so it was fun. We was playing with the dog in the backyard. It was fun. It was something nice that we did today together. Maybe it was a bonding time for us, but we enjoyed it. And she came out with clean scalp, with nice, clean locks. And it was worth it. It was worth that 30 or 45 minutes in the sunshine. It was worth it, okay? We got some vitamin C? We got some, vitamin D? I don't even know. Vitamin D, vitamin C. We got some of that from the sun, and we kicked it up a notch. Got her hair nice and washed, and enjoyed nature, like I said. But I cannot wait to get back on my lock journey. I am excited about it. And I've grown my hair out maybe about 2 inches before, and I just decided, nah, I'm gonna cut it. I like the way I look with my hair short like that, but now I'm too ready. I'm so ready to get back to my locks. I'm excited. And I'm excited for my son to grow his hair out in the back, for his hair to finish growing around the back and around the edges, so I can get my hands in there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, baby, yes. The lock journey is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing if you got patience. If you take the time out to love on your hair. That's your crown, baby. That's your crown. You got love on it. Pamper it. Take good care of it. And do what you need to do. Because, look, my mom used to always say, your hair, it frames your face. It frames your face. Your hair, any style you change it, your face will absolutely look different. And just by me retwisting my baby's hair like that and pulling it back out of her face, it changes the whole look of her face. It makes her even more beautifuler. Is that a word? Gorgeouser. Is that a word? Prettier. There we go. Cuter. Yes. So your hair is your crown, and it frames your face. Okay? She gonna ask me again in the next 2 weeks to do it, and I'm gonna be right here. Mama gonna be right here to go on, jump up and do her hair for her. But until then, I'm just gonna keep looking at my son's head like, all right, come on, homeboy. Hurry up and grow that thing out so I can get my fingers up in there. until Ariel's ready for another retwist and another style, which I know ain't gonna be too far down the road. But like I said, locks are a thing of now, and I am excited about it. I am too excited about it. And look at how pretty it looks. Look at how gorgeous it looks. It looks so neat and it's so shiny. Her hair looks so healthy. I'm happy about that. I love locks. I love them all. I love all the locks. I love all the natural hairstyles. I'm here for it. And we got beautiful hair. We have beautiful hair. We just need to love on it and take care of it, baby. And all is well. And you're gonna be cute regardless of however your hair is. You cute, you beautiful, regardless of how you have your hair. All right? Either way, do what you want to do what makes you happy. If you want your hair in locks, if you want your hair in braids, however you want your hair, it's your world, and everybody else just watching it, and everybody else just a squirrel trying to get a nut. Pause, T. You know what I'm saying? But look at how pretty it looked. Look at how shiny it looked. I'm too pleased about it. I'm so excited. I'm happy I could do that for her today. I'm happy that I took the time out to do that for her. That we both took the time out, because it's a tedious task, and we did that. Detox, wash, retwist, and style, baby. Okay. And she beautiful regardless. Beautiful, y'all. Hey. Okay, sis. Okay, I see you. Mama see you.